Hey everybody, I'm Ted from Tebex. In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can connect Tebex to our game server. Steps are slightly different depending on the game or server type that you're running, but the overall idea is exactly the same. We're going to look at two different ways of connecting: remote console, which is a more lightweight option, and a dedicated plugin, which is still pretty lightweight but gives you more options. Before we dive into that, let's take a look at the documentations and start there. In the documentation, we can find different ways of connecting. You can see some of the differences between the integration methods over here. On the left, under game servers, you can see we have different sections for the different games or platforms that we support. And a lot of these games also have a video showing you exactly where to go and what steps to do for that exact game type. Now let's start off with the dedicated plugins. From our dashboard, we always go to integrations and then game servers. At the top, we will then see our current game servers, but we can also connect or create a new game server. Here we can also find our global game server commands. We can find more information about this again on the game server page. Global game server commands trigger a command for every transaction on your store. Here you can see the different types that it can be triggered by. Those can also be created over here. Here we can find the plugin, allowing us to download this. For certain games, this will give you multiple options, so you can choose the exact version that you need. Then under the plugins, we can also resend commands. When clicking on resend, we can choose a start and end date, choose a state of a payment, and then how we want to handle the resend. We can also view the resend history, and we can set our command expiry, and this will automatically remove pending commands, and we can choose 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days over here. We can edit a game server that we already have. In this case, I'm going to connect a new game server at the top. We can choose either plugin or remote console. Let's start with plugin first, and then let's click on continue. Here we can give the server a name. Always make sure that you give a proper name, especially if you're going to add multiple game servers, so you know exactly what server is what. If we already have packages, we can add these packages to this new game server or select all our packages depending on your needs, and then click on continue. Here we will get a step-by-step instruction on how to install the plugin for this platform. In the case of Rust, we're going to download the plugin. It will tell us exactly where to place this inside of our directory. And again, depending on the game, location might be slightly different, usually some sort of plugins or mods folder. And then we're going to copy our secret key command to the console. This command will then run through the plugin and make sure that your server is connected to the proper web store. As you can see here, it says waiting for connection, so we need to make a proper connection before we can continue saving this game server. So all you would now have to do is find your Carbon or Oxide plugins folder, drop the plugin file inside of the plugins folder. It will be automatically detected, or in some cases you have to restart your server. Here we can then paste our secret key, and this will automatically connect us to the proper web store. As it says here, successfully set your secret key, so we are now connected to the proper web store. You can see we can already press continue, but for now I'm going to say Tebex info, and as you can see we get the information from our web store. Ignore the double messages, that is on my end and not the Tebex plugin. Tebex info is working without any errors. So let's click on continue to save this server. And now we can use that server inside of our packages. On the left, we can go to packages. In the top right, we can create a new package. When scrolling all the way to the bottom, you can see our deliverables. And here we can choose that game server and then the command that we want to run, and also when we want to run that command. And that is the basics of how you would add a game server to connect to Tebex and then use that game server inside of packages to dictate what is supposed to be sent to what player and also on what server. So let's quickly take a look at RCON. The steps for creating a game server with RCON are basically exactly the same. The only difference is, instead of installing a plugin, we need to get our login information, including the IP address of the server. Even though games like Rust and even Minecraft have RCON built in, you would highly recommend using the RCON adapter. This is a more stable way of integrating Tebex with your game server through RCON. We have dedicated tutorials on running the RCON adapter locally, but also as a DigitalOcean droplet. You can find those in the video description. Hopefully this was helpful. If anything is unclear, feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching and good luck with your Tebex store.